worked out, and certainly by the time we start charging for anything for our stuff, we will have any of that stuff figured out, of course. But I hope everybody's doing well. Another good night for me last night in the NBA. Not as good in baseball, but I'll take it. Anytime you can, make five figures, you can't complain, and nearly won the big one by a quarter of a point or half a point it was. That would have been nice. But how are you guys doing today? What's up with you? What are you guys thinking? I'll give you a real quick breakdown of how my pitchers look on both sites. On FanDuel to start with, I'm going to go a little differently today. In terms of starting, I'm taking pretty chalky pitchers over there. Scherzer, Peralta, and Gulp, Blake Snell. I don't know. I just think that Mets lineup is so weak, lowest run total on the slate. I understand he's going to have some ownership, and I've been an advocate of not using him on FanDuel because of just how much he labors and how he rarely goes six. But if there was a lineup to go after, it would be this one for me for Snell. So I'm good. I'm good with Snell over there and on DraftKings. I just don't love him. Scherzer's my number one. Peralta's my number two on FanDuel. I like them both on DraftKings. I'm using Scherzer and Peralta quite a bit together. I'm using a lot of Luis Castillo, Peralta, Zach Wheeler in the 25 to 30% range, Scherzer in the 50% range, Castillo in the 35% range, Keller 10%, Blake Snell 20%, Fleming 10%, and so on. So that sort of gives you an idea of basically all the pitchers I'm using at this moment. And Ohtani is the other one. I don't know how good I feel about the Ohtani thing. I may pivot off of that one. Other stuff. Stacks. I like the Angels. I like Oakland. KC and Minnesota, both sides, especially KC. Milwaukee, more of a mini stack for me, but I like them too. And then San Diego is my sneaky stack of the day, but mostly it is in regards to Myers, Tatis, and Machado, so I don't mind that as a three-man. Individual bats stand out. Bo Bichette, Vlad Guerrero, Ronald Acuna, Christian Yelich, Taylor Larnett, Salvador Perez, Whit Merrifield, and Anthony Benintendi, Seth Brown, Walsh. I really like Walsh tonight for the Angels. Both Garcias, actually. Kirilloff, Donaldson, Eugenio Suarez are the individual bats I'm finding, along with Jose Ramirez as my priority guys. Values, Owen Miller, Jonathan Daza, Brian Reynolds, Gregory Polanco, Harold Ramirez, Daniel Vogelbach, Larnach, who I mentioned, Stevenson, and Kyle Farmer. That is pretty much my list, and we're going to get out of here in probably just 20 minutes today, so make sure to drop in any questions you guys have when you have them. I know that I'm going to change the stream here. It came up as the wrong name, and always tough doing these alone, especially because I can't edit anything with my lineup, so really drop in any thoughts, any questions, any criticisms, any ideas about the site, anything as we go, because I'm going to try and pay attention to you guys for 20 minutes before I finish my builds. And I have a lot of lineups. As you guys know, when I go on a little winning streaks, I tend to keep playing more and more. That's something that I've always found to be helpful. It gives you a chance to really, keep playing some of the larger buy-in, smaller field tournaments, and really keep that train rolling. And the nature of how I play is going to make me somewhat streaky at DFS in tournaments, but that's exactly how I want it. It's the same way it should be in poker or anything like that. You want to take high variance situations and try to win tournaments rather than just doing okay. Make sure you guys can hear me and everything. I'm still trying to edit. Forget what the video is titled. I'm going to change that. It's just now my YouTube is frozen, so I may actually have to cut out of here a little sooner than I thought if this continues, because I need to. I want to get to you guys, and I can always do it in the Discord chat. But again, we had a weird week this week, as she said some extra stuff, and we knew this was happening. That's why we haven't been. We're still in the beta test mode. So that's why there's no screen, that's why everything is the way it is, and that's why we have ASDS for some reason as the name of this video. But yeah, say hi, like and subscribe and all those other things, and enjoy the free content that you basically know exactly what I'm doing tonight, how my lineups are going to be built, and yeah, if there's any specific questions on any of that, just let me know. It's not letting me edit my video, which is really frustrating. So a little technical difficulties, but again, here to answer questions for another 10, 15 minutes if it takes that long. Also, playing some Showdown tonight, trying to mix in a few funny things, trying to keep Luka out of some captains, trying to play a little Porzingis and hopefully that he doesn't get in foul trouble and actually plays well for a change. But that's where I'm at. So, guys, let me know what's going on with you. Drop some questions in the chat when you've got them, and I will answer anything you guys have. And hopefully that he doesn't get in foul trouble for the background noise. More technical difficulties, and this should solve that. And yeah, that's where we're at. I'm getting a new system, just so you guys know. It's in the meantime, we thought all this other stuff would work, and it's just driving me crazy. I don't know if I've got it in me anymore. So I'm going to put on my lucky hat and just hope that you guys are able to hear this. And I certainly cannot see any questions being popped up, which is kind of frustrating. It's just it's a technical glitch, and I can't tell why it keeps happening, and neither can our IT people, but we are getting it straightened out. Thoughts for a card stack to hedge if you're using Castillo? Yeah, go ahead. People can stack the cards. I'm not going to. I think Castillo's been one of the unluckiest pitchers in baseball this year. I don't think he's been his same normal self, but still shouldn't be nearly as bad as he is. If playing a smaller field, larger buy-in for tonight with so many games on the slate, would it be worth not fully stacking but playing three-man and two-man stacks? Absolutely viable, especially depending on a smaller field. I totally think that's viable, Jamie. Good question. I've even done that in a couple large field tournaments today, but for the most part, I do want to stick to the stacks that I like, and I'm not full five-manning a lot. I'm doing a lot more fours. That's where I'm at with that. I can see that you guys are here now, so now I can answer your questions, so make sure to drop them in there. And I got the YouTube up and working, so at least that part is working. But yeah, I mean, and I thought about it also, like maybe this is a spot where I could see taking a weird shot on some Dodger bats and even potentially some Dodger stacks in that great hitting environment in Atlanta. Ian Anderson's good, but the Dodgers profile like really, really well against him, even though he got us in the playoffs once. I think we got him too. But anyway, all right, live before lock. It's literally one of those things where if I try to edit my video, it takes like 10 seconds for the actual letters to pop up before I can see them, and it's just totally freezing. So it gives you an idea why I can't build when we don't have sheets here as well. But at the same time, this is something that we will change, and we will have guest appearances by a number of different people throughout the industry as well as affiliated with our site. So let's save this real quick, and yeah, here we are frozen again. So back to me talking. Yeah, I could see the arguments. The thing with Ohtani that I'm struggling with is just the leash isn't very long. On giant slates, I've tried to avoid that. Obviously, the matchup is pure. It's perfect. It's what we want. But it does worry me a little bit. However, the K upside is probably enough to take that shot. If you don't feel good about the other starters tonight. Part of my problem with the Angels stacked on nights like tonight is that you're taking one of the best bats out because we can't use him as our hitter. That's frustrating. So that's where I'm at. Anyway, that's just wanted to throw all that stuff out there, and hopefully you guys will do with it what you will, and hopefully that's make a lot of money. And now I'm going to check and see if we've got anything in chat because should have it back up by now. All right. And we're going back to the video. Oh my goodness. Come on, YouTube. This is like really ridiculous. NBA tonight in the Showdown, I am going to be playing some because I've been running good on these short NBA slates, and I was only one game, obviously. But I think you can play like Zubac. Obviously, these are not off the wall. Boban. I think you can even captain Boban and try and get everybody in. But I sort of like the idea of just going completely weird and trying to captain Porzingis in some larger field stuff. I think it makes some sense. That's just where I'm at personally. So anyway, guys, throw in any more questions or any more thoughts. Otherwise, I am going to bounce a little bit early and answer any questions that we have in Discord. And so just go ahead and pop them in. Please remember to like and subscribe. We really appreciate it. And that's where we're at. Looks like it's reloading my chat here, so I'm waiting to see if I got anything from you guys. And in the meantime, I will mention if there's anybody else I might have missed that I like tonight. Gavin Lux, Um, Stanton, Verdugo, DJ Stewart, Freddie Galvis, Santander, Mancini. I sort of like a mini Baltimore stack, but I'm not doing it just in the interest of pure transparency. But I did like it. It's just a big slate to try and attack them. So, all right, let's load up chat. Come on, why is it not loading? Hopefully, I'll have a slew of questions when we get back, and we can spend the next 5 to 10 minutes talking about that stuff. But otherwise, we might be out of here. And I know it's not as many people today. It's only baseball. But I do like these giant slates, even though I've been doing much better on the lower slates. Love to hear what your FD pitchers versus DK percentage wise rather difference. I just said it, Adam. I don't know if you heard the show. I went through all my pitchers exactly how I'm doing it. I'm playing 3 pitchers on FanDuel, Scherzer, Peralta, and Snell, and I'm playing. Sure, I read all my ownership percentages on DraftKings, so hopefully you got all that stuff in, and it should be on there. I'm just making sure that this video works and we get anything else that's new up. Look at that, somebody just unliked the like. It's always funny when that happens. Otani lead up to Otani, Rendon, Walsh. Yeah, Walsh is a great play. Suzuki, Rojas, Lagares, Wong, Fletcher. So I think you're sticking with the top half of that Angels stack. And again, I like that it comes in late because people don't factor it in as much. I don't know. Again, I would answer the pitching question differently, but I've said exactly what I'm doing, so I don't really know if there's something I have missed. Please let me know because I think that's pretty much it. Anyway, guys, appreciate it. No problem, Adam. But it wasn't the beginning. I think I just did it like 1 minute before the question, so maybe I could try and just say it again. I mean, DraftKings 40%, 35% Castillo, 25% Otani. 50% Scherzer, 30% Peralta, 25% Wheeler. Almost all of those are with Scherzer. And Blake Snell, 20%, 10% Fleming, 10% Keller. I do think I'm going to get a little bit more Blake Snell by the end of it. That's pretty much where my pitching is at on DK. So drop in any more questions because I am going to get out of here if we don't have anything else in the next minute. And I wish everybody luck tonight. Let's keep this thing rolling, guys. We've been on a nice little run, a nice little tear, and would love to continue that tonight. Appreciate all you guys being there. Excited about new stuff we're doing on the site. There's incredible content from Pierce out there. I'm just posting my favorite plays of the day, but I'm going to narrow those down and break them down a little more specifically for each sport as we get going. And Adam, by the way, never be sorry. You're all good, bro. You're a great dude. You're always in here, and you ask legitimate questions, and it's totally fine. I just didn't know. If you had heard the earlier part. Anyway, guys, yes, that's where we're at. So I think we're pretty good for now. And if there's anything else, I will be in Discord up until and probably past lock, and would love to answer any questions you guys might have. So I would say for Sheets, I'm Bobby saying we're out of here, but I'm just going to say I'm Bobby, I'm out of here, and let's win some money tonight. I'll see you guys at the top of the leaderboards.